to feed your spiritual.
For sure.
Because if you cut my brain open right now, you couldn't see my words coming in my mouth.
No.
So that's a life.
Teach.
That's a life force for me,
Teach,
right?
soldiers.
So, just I'm gonna give you this old saying. I can't remember pinpoint where I got it from, but he used to always tell me that you're supposed to be a student to the teacher because you are made for greatness. You want to be the master to the teacher. Not meaning you're his master, but you have learned from this teacher and you have mastered and perfected it, and you want to pass that on to somebody you want to make it better than you and perfect it.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of our godly duties. Faith. All these things. That's what, it motivates you every day to pass it along. You want greatness out of you. Hey, I learned this from you. My pops taught me this. I want to be better than my pops. Like you said, freedom. I want freedom.
And freedom, like the words Slim say, when you use freedom, you have to figure this word is, if I'm not mistaken, it's called Thaldrum, which is mental enslavement.
Thank God for Google.
Mental enslavement, okay? What you gotta realize, and I love some, when I say I love some people rap metaphors and similes. Even Kanye said some people would even like that line. Even if you a nigga with a gold chain and a Mercedes, you still a nigga in chains in a coupe. We don't look at this because you know why? Like this record company, this clothing, I call it an empire, an entity, a conglomerate. See, these things, if you don't have belief in God and self, you quick to say this. Excuse my terminology. Nigga just spinning his wheels.
That's it.
You talking, you on a fucking hamster thing. And that's what I be saying. Like when you believe in something, we got a very serious problem by looking at what equates being somebody.
Mm-hmm.
See, first of all, you gotta love yourself, because if you get caught up, I learned from a personal experience. I found out what it was to have millions of dollars. I found out now what it is to have nothing but bill money. If that. I proudly say my belief system, the people I surround myself with. You see what I'm saying? If I'm doing bad, I got dudes like you, I got dudes like Slim, I got dudes, a few other, I'm gonna lift you up by your bootstraps, as they say. Mm-hmm. I got you. Because you know what makes me get on my prayer rug and pray for them brothers? It's because they got faith in me. When this brother told me one day, he said, man, you got knowledge. That meant more than him saying, man, here go $1 million. Because you know why? It came from something that I couldn't see, his heart. When you tell me, hey man, I love talking to you. We love talking to each other. We have belief. We can't fail. You see, that's the kind of belief I'm talking about. The belief system that we can't fail. Because we can't even get into the religious aspects. Because so many people are not in tune with their self or God. I told people about Egyptians. The reason Egyptians were so mythical to everybody is because they were in tune with God.
Yeah.
They became one. It's not no mystery why you can't think of how the pyramids were built.
See, part of the problem is the people that we surround ourselves with have never met themselves, and we're trying to be around them.
Yes, sir.
We chasing them, and they lost. They're chasing something that's not real, because they have faith in the money. They have faith that the money is bringing them everything that they hope for and they wish for, right? But the money is only temporary if you don't have a plan with the money. And see, a lot of us live life with no plan. You gotta have a plan. See, God gonna give you that same mind, but He gonna give you that same mind to put a plan together. And He's gonna test you to say you can go this way with the plan, or you can go that way with the plan. This way with the plan, you're gonna be free forever. This way with the plan, you gonna have them motherfucking folks after your ass.
Living proof.
Like like me coming to Atlanta, I had to kind of like demolish. I ain't gonna say my foundation, because my foundation is rooted in principle.
Yeah.
But a lot of stuff, like, they did the framing wrong, the windows is all set or something. I had to come and demolish that and rebuild from that foundation, and just going back and like, okay, the root of it, my granny taught me, my foster mother taught me a lot about, religion. So when I broke myself down, when I had to question myself, was questioning my foundation. And I said, okay, God made you in his image, all y'all. Like, what is your image of God in you? That's like the hardest mental grind to really go. And when you turn back into yourself like that, for me, prison was a place where it happened for me at. I ain't gonna even lie. When I was sitting home and going crazy, and I had nothing, it forced me struggling and stress, and I had to face myself. But from that moment forward, I said, you know what? It is what it is. I'm gonna be a man of principle. I have faith and I got belief. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna never be ruled or governed off hate.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm moving in ways of love, but I got family and stuff out here. They need me in their life. I'm a father, and she just don't get in my way, man. Out here, just don't get in my way, because I'm coming in peace.
Yeah.
But if you disturb my peace, like Ludacris.
So you come in a defensive way, like you only react off of defense. You not coming like you was. See, we was coming different back in the days off of just somebody had something on we ain't like, or it was somebody that had problems with somebody else that we fooled with. Now we men now. You know what I mean? So the understanding of principle and value is different. Like, I don't look at another man and hate him because of what he got. I don't look at another man and hate him because he is going in the wrong direction. I just say, I pray he get it together. You know what I mean? And I've learned that you can't tell everybody everything. Sometimes you just gotta, go about your own way. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you might offend somebody or rub off the wrong way, trying to help them.
Never let your left hand know what your right do.
But you know what it is too, T-Peasy? And I've heard a lot of your stories. You've had a very, very, very unlucky streak of casting pearls to swine. You see what I'm saying? But something I've never told you, and I'm telling you this now, the reason you keep coming in contact with fucked up people and broken people, and I see it with Slim, I'm learning about me, we come up in contact with fucked up people, broken souls, it's because Allah, God, whoever has gave us healing spirits. We have healing spirits. We are those people like me, much as I believe in God, I have a very deep belief.
I'm trying to heal my bank account.
Yeah, I have a very deep belief that violence is a resolution. Okay? That's not my first resolution, but violence is a resolution. But when you come around like people, they have a thing in a famous book called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Mm-hmm. He speaks of two things. It's called a P and a PC balance, where people tend to take more out of an emotional bank account than they put in. He speaks of that. He also speaks of dependence, independence, and interdependence. What we're doing now when you dependent on somebody, you're dependent on them, okay? You working for a company, you're dependent on that paycheck. Then you get independence, you become your own entrepreneur. But now your thought pattern is so elevated, you come into what is called interdependence, where you find people with like minds, like ideas, like visions, and you take all of you guys' ideas and methods and blow the roof off of it. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. with the, and you know one thing we do have? When he said something to me, guess what? That's why I say I love him so much. Guess what he did? He spoke of the record company and the clothing before this was some jail stuff.
Yeah.
But that, like you,
Manifest.
man, he said, man, I'm selling inspirational t-shirts. Never you didn't see it, but you felt it in your heart. God, Thomas, S&S is for real. Diamond Mine is for real. God already knew. He already had this destiny. This is called the Qada of Allah, the decree of God. He had our meetings. He had our speeches. He had speed bumps, not obstacles, that we had to go through with the people.
Slow down.
Yeah, slow down.
You know, I appreciate everything. You know, the good and the bad. I mean, because it gave me wisdom and it gave me knowledge on who to deal with. And
Character.
I don't mind, you know, somebody coming in and out of my life, because I always learn something different. I think that all of these situations get you prepared for greater success.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, they're going to be calling. You know, they're going to call. They're going to see you elevate. They're going to see situations change and opportunities arise. You know, and those same people that know you did no wrong to them, they know that you was official. And, you know, when you're a gift and you are of value, people going to try to downplay, you know, your gift and your light. It's always happened. It's always happened to me. But I never took it personal. It just gave me, you know, like, it just made me aware that it exists, you know?
Respect your gift.
Yeah.
You know what he tells me? And I notice you don't do this with your clothing. He don't do it with his songs. This is the one acknowledgement of something I go through personally.
Mm-hmm.
You know what he'll do? He'll do a song, and I'll be the first one to be like, hey man, hey, how you feel about that? Excuse my language, man, fuck that. I like it.
Yeah.
Like you said, you don't make a shirt and be like, hey man, hey, what you think about the shirt? Nigga, respect it or check it.
Man, I look at it like this. Everybody is not gonna like the same things. And this is the life that we have. You got freedom of choice. You like it, you don't like it. But I got a lot of shirts. You feel me? You might not like this one, but you might like this one. So that's even with music. You know what I mean?
Through minds I made it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
My bad. My bad.
Yeah.
Excuse me, my bad.
Yes,
Sorry.
sir.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
So you know, the thing is, you gotta have enough belief in yourself and belief that God gave you the talent for a reason, and He wants you to believe, and He don't want you to question those gifts, and He wants you to know, like, you know, this hate and this success, right? It comes with the love, right? So you successful, it's gonna come with hate, it's gonna come with love, but you still keep going. And I know that.
And just always be mindful that if you're given a thought, an idea, a vision, that don't necessarily mean that everybody's going to see it. You know, that's for you.
Fast.
You know, so you can't be mad at people because they don't see it, because we live in a instant, immediate gratification lifestyle. So everybody want everything fast now. So.
Remember this too, in closing, and this is what we all believe in. I know us three do, and I know it's many more people out here listening to this who's going to hear it. Always remember this, and I mean always remember this, and you will always come out on top. Sacrifice comes before success, even in the dictionary.